Hello, and welcome to another episode of Extinct Brits Originals. And for this very special episode, we'll be featuring a tutorial video of the LEGO custom Sauroposeidon. And here's our video.
Alright guys, so today we're actually making the Sauroposeidon, and it's actually one of those larger brachiosaurids that I've been wanting to do for a long time now. So first up, we have to kit bash on the sauropod, but here's our I don't know if you can see it from the video, but here is my rough sketch of my plan on how to do it and how it is in scale with my actual Brachiosaurus here, the LEGO one, and also the minifigure. And so I actually did the kit bash already, and here it is. So big. So here we use the blue Brachiosaurus bootleg, and I actually used also some parts from my old Brachiosaurus, the first one that I did. If you're going to ask, the other one got broke, so I guess just to salvage some of the parts, I want to still use it. So here's the neck part of it. I recreated a new head so that it's in more proportion, and of course made some modifications to the body as well. If we're going to see here, I actually used styrofoam to bulk up the body, and actually it's very useful. Probably I would be using a those spray foams later on, but since I don't have that, I went on and used the styrofoam instead. So after this is already done, we're going to sculpt on the figure using, of course, 2-part epoxy, and then let it dry for several days, and that's it. So here's the sculpt on the head. Very similar to the LEGO one, huh? And here's what we have so far of our Sauroposeidon. We have already sculpted the details, of course, on the head, made adjustments on the neck as well, and then of course the body. And as also you can see here, I have added some more details to it, such as adding these dorsal spikes on the neck, and also added this neck flap, which is kind of, you know, some sort of a proposed anatomical structure from a few, years ago, which I think is very decorative, and so I wanted to add it on my figure. And what do you guys think so far? Well, now it's time for us to do some painting on this one, but first we're going to primer this with gray, and we're going to do that outside because it's such a big figure, and I think my exhaust won't be able to handle it. Alright, so let's do that. Alright guys, so here is the Sauroposeidon all prepped up and primered, and now we're going to paint it according to this particular photo over here. This is a depiction of the Sauroposeidon by Brian Ames, and in this particular photo he wanted to depict the Sauroposeidon as someone that will not need to camouflage. So it's a very colorful creature, and it actually sports some neck flaps on it, so that's why I created this. Still thinking of removing the those on the lower half, but we'll see in the end of the video. Alright, so let's go start with the...
And here are the winners of our guest PC contest. We have 10 lucky picks. Here they are: Emperor of Tunes and Beasts, Muhammad Wildan Rafi, Aiden, Terry the Mr. Terracinosaurus, Rainzilla the Savior, Slandlow Gaming, Utah Venator, Gabriel Elkins, Burnham Clan, Bruce Sharp. Congratulations everyone, and our 4 top 10 winners.
Top 10.
Swollen Head of Dragon,
Top 9.
Ali Jarrell Correa,
Top 8.
Extinct Brits Fan,
Top 7.
iTai Channel,
Top 6.
Seki Kasaurus,
Top
Stark
5.
481,
Top
Aris
4.
Spada,
Top
T-Rex
3.
Studio Productions,
Top
Prehistoric
2.
Life, And content to add. Congratulations everyone, and I'll see you in the next Guesses PC contest. For those of you who'd like to join, here's how. Just click on the Extinct Bricks icon and it'll lead you to the Extinct Bricks homepage. In the homepage, just click on the community link to see all our posts. And now on with the
Of course,
tutorial.
we'll be needing some acrylics over here. Some different sizes of brushes. I know I don't have the big ones, but yeah. And some water, of course. And yeah. So let's start the painting. So first, we've set aside the colorful parts of the creature, which is basically the head, the neck. And we're going to paint, dabs of darker gray with a little bit of violet on the creature, basically on the underside. So this would also give you the opportunity to hide those imperfections. So if there are several sculpting imperfections, you can go ahead and use this particular color at the beginning of your painting scheme to go ahead and hide those imperfections, such as several sloping areas, where you can dab on this darker gray and cover up those boo-boos. So this will darken a little bit more because this is acrylic paint, and once it's actually dried, you assess whether or you'd like it to be much darker or much lighter. Then you'll have to adjust on the color, especially when you're at the beginning phase of your painting scheme. And we're going to do the same details, of course, on the other side. Now, using different shades of gray, we're going to add in details of speckles and other stuff on the creature. So it can be a really freehand job on this one. You don't have to be really strict, but again, as I've said, this is the opportunity for you to hide those imperfections in the scope and also in the primering of your creature. So be it any costume that you're doing, small ones or bigger ones, then please bear that in mind, guys. So like I've said, this will be different shades of gray, those that are darker, those that can be lighter. Of course, I wanted to somehow recreate a more gradient type of look, such as what I did here, a darker on bottom, glowing lighter on top, as it blends with the colors here. But since it's it's speckled, it doesn't really have to be very strict in terms of where the placements of the dots are. So after you painted them, just make sure you dry up before you hold the figure, because it'll just smudge everything in it. It'll just make things nasty. Then here I mixed this, how do you call it? Vomit-like color. Beige with a little bit of purple and some greens. So I guess that's how I describe it. Vomit-like color. And then I'm placing it on larger scale details on the body, on the sides. And I'm making it like it's like a tone line thing, but it's not actually like that. It's more of a random thing still, but it's going to be situated on this part of the creature. Like so. So while we're letting this one dry, we're going to start on the neck. So this time we have a mixture of violet and the grays that we had on earlier, and we're going to paint this on the lower half of the figure. So for this one, it's not just violet. I added in some browns to it so that feels more organic still, rather than just straight on very colorful I guess paint on the figure, so that it will not be very, you know, very striking, I guess. And also we're going to paint this on the upper half as well. Oops, sorry about that. So after that, we're going to add in lighter shades of violet over here, so I can bring a soft gradient of dark violet to almost purple on the top of the neck, or on the back side of the neck. So this is just a transition color, but later on we're going to put another lighter yellow layer of purple on the most back side. So this is going to be just a transition color over here. Like so. And then of course we're going to somehow extend this towards the back as well, so that we have continuity on the back side of the creature. Okay, so now we have here the lighter shade of purple, almost almost same as that of a gray. I wanted it to still have that grayish color, so that, like I said, it has to look more natural than much more colorful than it is. So we're just going to extend this coloration until the end of the tail, maybe just along the spine area, like so, lightly brushing it until the end of the tail. So now we're going to drag this up and see what we have so far. And now we're going to just use the same colors that we had here, the vomit colors that I mentioned earlier, and we're going to continue on this same detail on the neck area. And again, like I said, it's not it's more of a free hand on this one, as long as you know you got the details that you want correctly on the area, and that should be fine. Alright guys, so just for the additional details, we're going to paint on the individual spikes on the back of the neck until the ends of the tail with the same colors that we had on the neck flap. If this appears to be, you know, less striking, we're probably going to add some more darkness to it by adding just a little tint of black to it. The last of the details that we're going to place on this figure would be this blue stripe on the back. This is a combination of cerulean blue, the colors that we used here, and some white, and we're just going to dab in some details on the back, as you can see here. So what I'm going for here is not just solid stripe on this one, but varying texture on the figure. So there's a solid stripe from the upper section here, and then we're going to put in smaller dots below it, as you can see here, giving it that dispersed look of a stripe on this particular detail. And I guess that's about it for our making of the video. Of course, we're going to add in details on the eyes, as well as putting in colors on the nails, but those are just boring stuff, and I will just leave it up to you guys to see the end result at the part 2 of this video. I hope you like this one, and like I said, I'll see you on part 2. And also, please do not forget to support our other channels, EB Toy Universe and The Adventures of Moira and Nasher. Please watch our videos and support our channel by subscribing. And as we always would say, guys, let your inner dino breed roar! Thanks everyone, and bye!